I'm Rochelle with Franchise Resales, and today we have Dave Clayton with us. Dave is the owner of a Billboard Connection franchise, and he has it up for sale. So Dave's here today to talk to us a little bit about this business. So thank you, Dave, for joining us today.
Pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me, Rochelle.
You're quite welcome. So give us a little history about this business. How long have you been in it?
I've been in it 9 years. I started it in 2013 from scratch. No revenues, no clients. That was the first year.
Wow, so you've been in it for 9 years. It's a mature business. That's quite exciting.
It is. I love it.
So this sounds like a really fun business. How did you end up doing this?
Well, since the 1980s, my background has been largely a combination of franchising and advertising. And I've worked with several companies on both the franchisor and the franchisee side, including Billboard Connection. And when the Billboard Connection franchise opportunity came up in a prime territory, I jumped at it. That's how I got started.
Very interesting. So tell me, why are you selling this business?
Good question. One reason only, retirement. I'm past the age of 70, don't tell anyone. And none of us ever really know how much time we have left. And the reality is that there are other things I want to do with the rest of my life. And it's hard for me to pull away from the business because it's doing well, it's a lot of fun, but it's time.
Well, that makes perfect sense. It's great that you're planning for retirement, and I would have never guessed you were past the age of 70. So it's great that you are planning for the rest of your life, and it sounds like a great opportunity. But tell me, if I were looking for a business, what makes yours so special or exciting?
I would look at how the business is doing financially, any business, whether it's mine or any others. That's extremely important and pretty obvious. In my case, the business bank balances throughout 2021 kept increasing in 11 out of 12 months and in the first few months of 2022. So it's very solid financially. Over 80% of revenues come in from clients that have been on annual contracts for years. One of those dates back to my original year. This individual had a rough time during the pandemic, but he wouldn't give up his billboard, and that's okay with me. The remaining revenues come in from new clients that usually come in from one of two websites that I have, and those websites would be turned over to the new owner. And the other thing I've mentioned about basically how the business is doing is that it's built on relationships, relationships with the clients certainly, but also with the vendors, the billboard companies, bus transportation people, and so on. Another thing, Rochelle, that I think is really important is look at the growth of the industry the business is in. In this case, we're talking about out-of-home advertising. And in a survey just completed in April, it showed that 92% of marketers are increasing their budgets in out-of-home advertising in 2022. So it's in a high growth industry. It's growing faster than any area of advertising outside of the internet. So that to me is pretty exciting. And it's not only billboards, it could be one of over 100 venues, airport displays, mobile billboards, digital screens in fitness centers, college campuses, the monorail in Vegas, anything outside of the home. So it's rarely boring in this business. Third, something that's really important is look at the territory that the franchise has. Look at the size of the territory, look at the quality and potential of the territory. In my case, I happen to have a 2-in-1 franchise serving all of Clark County, Nevada, which includes Las Vegas, and 4 affluent communities in Orange County, California. The area, the territory serves over 3 million people. And the average franchise size with Billboard Connection is under 5,000. So there's huge opportunity for development. And in terms of the quality of the area, there are perhaps no other markets in the nation, with the possible exception of Times Square in New York, that are as dynamic for outdoor advertising as Las Vegas is. And we're not limited to the areas I just mentioned. I've placed advertising in other states and as far as Montreal, Canada, in French. That was quite an experience. So, but the territory is extremely important. And then finally, I would look at the training and support and even preferred pricing that is available. There is training at the corporate headquarters in Atlanta. And for support, a variety of things. There's a regular newsletter that comes out. There is, we have monthly Zoom conference calls that usually we have a special guest on those calls, and franchisees are able to share experiences, what's working, what's not working quite as well, sharing of information, gaining new ideas, and learning. So those things are important. And because of the volume we do nationally with different vendors, we do get some preferred pricing with a few key vendors that are out there. So one other final thing I'll mention is that my own past experience includes training of new franchisees. So I'm committed to investing up to 50 hours of my time with the new owner to help that new owner get up to speed as quickly as possible and just to get off to a really successful start. That's about it.
Thank you, Dave. You have shared a lot of very valuable information. And thank you, audience, for joining us. What a great opportunity. So if you would like to learn more about this Businesses for Sale, click on the link below. And if you would like to learn more about other resales, be sure to like us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Looking forward to the next time.